Hi, so we're going to film what we are up to today on the farm, and it is the day that we're going to Heptavac the sheep, the ewes, the breeding ewes, which I've never done before. I've been there before, but I have never been responsible for actually using the gun. Is gun the right word?
Guess so.
The needle.
Application.
So I'm a bit scared. Yeah, we'll just have to try and figure it out. I did actually watch a YouTube video on what to do, and I kind of think I know what to do anyway, but we'll have to wait and see. And then Nick, can you just pass me we've also decided that we're taking advice from a few people that we're going to do a mineral drench, so we're going to do that at the same time. I know how to do that. So I'll do the dosing, and I think Nick's going to be responsible for marking up, and hopefully it won't end in a fight. We have been bickering a bit this morning about mud on the carpet, but we won't go there. So we've got to get the sheep in. It's a gorgeous sunny day, and it's also weirdly warm. I think it's going to go cooler next week, but it's quite mild. I think it's going to be about 14 degrees today. Maybe it's about 12 degrees at the moment, 10 or 12. And so in anticipation of warmth and sunshine, I've got my vest on. Obviously you can't wear shorts when you're doing this, or at least I can't wear shorts when I'm doing this. Anyway, so I've rambled. We're doing Heptavac, and it's 2 weeks until we start lambing. This is as close as me and Nick get. He's making me a backpack with the thing, and it's out of twine. I think it's going to cut into my skin, and it's cold on my back. I prefer doing it with Dad.
How's that work?
I don't know, yeah?
Tighten it up.
Yeah? Tie me up.
It's not easy to do this while Joanna's wriggling around and pointing her phone at me.
I'm enjoying it anyway. The many things that you can do with baler twine. Oh. I'm ready.
Yeah, something like that.
Locked, and I'm ready to go, like a Bond character.
Probably easier to do back here.
So it was a mega warm day for March anyway. I think it was about 16 degrees, maybe even warmer than that. I can't remember now. It's a week later that I'm recording this. And it was probably a bit too hot to be bringing the ewes in and working with them at that stage in the pregnancy. I felt like I'd maybe left it too late to do Heptavac, and that was making me feel a bit unsure about myself. But I kind of had to go with it because it was 2 weeks until the start of lambing, and I just knew that I needed to crack on. So we had to do it that day, and it was going to be warm for a few days. The ewes were puffing and panting quite a bit, and then that just made me feel worried because I didn't want them to be under any kind of stress at this stage in lambing in the pregnancy. And they were... we walked them down really slowly. They were trying to keep them calm, but all being closely together in a pen like that, shoving each other around, probably wasn't ideal. And I guess that's a lesson for me to learn and take away from the whole experience. In terms of the mineral drench, I think that was a good idea. I asked quite a few people, and they said that it should be good for the ewes and also good for the lambs to have more vitality when they're born. So we'll see how that goes. And that's something that's new that we haven't done before. In terms of giving the Heptavac, I've seen Dad doing it, I've helped him, but I've never actually used the needle before, and I was unsure about how exactly it worked. A couple of times I think I missed altogether, and I just injected into the wool. So I was getting a bit frustrated with myself and just felt a bit lost and a bit like I was missing my dad, basically. And Nick was being good support, but at the same time, he doesn't have the experience maybe that I needed, and so therefore I was getting frustrated that he wasn't able to give me reassurance. So it was just a difficult day, really, in terms of having to just get it done and learn and have a few struggles and a few lessons. But the sheep were all fine, and we got the job done. And I got some questions to ask a few people before we do it again next time. I thought it might be useful to explain why we do Heptavac, and it's a vaccine for the sheep, and also by injecting the ewe just before she gives birth, it enables her to pass some immunity onto the lambs, and that protects them for the first few weeks of their life, and then we give them a booster jab, and it's against a number of different diseases that can affect them. And you don't have to do it, but it's certainly worthwhile if you're looking to kind of safeguard your stock as much as possible and really make sure that your lambs live. We quite often find that lambs can appear to be very healthy and then all of a sudden die. So by doing Heptavac, you would hope that you would cut the risk of that happening. So I was finding it hard to keep the sheep steady, part the wool and pinch the skin all with one hand. It just felt like quite a tricky task. And having not done it before, I just didn't really have a flow. I didn't really feel confident and I didn't really have a flow. So that's why I found quite difficult. Perhaps it would have been better to maybe have had a race system, and if the sheep had been going down the race and inject them from the other side of the race, that might have been easier. We also think that there was too large a pen and we would have been better off with a smaller pen. But that's life. It is that you sometimes you fail and sometimes you find out how to do things better by having a difficult time. And so Nick and I have definitely got some thoughts about how we'd approach it differently when we do it next time. So we've nearly done the first group of 50. And I'm not enjoying it, to be honest. I feel like I don't have anybody to reassure me whether I'm doing it right or not. I just feel a bit crappy about it because I just wish that somebody was going to reassure me or just show me the right way and then say, yeah, that's it, or whatever. And I just feel like I'm doing it blind, which isn't very fun. So this is post Heptavac and selenium, whatever, and I think I'll just need to spend a bit of time mulling it over and try and take away some lessons from the whole experience, but not feeling particularly good about it, but hey ho. So that's the end of the video, and I was a little bit unsure as to whether I wanted to share it because I really wanted to record something that was upbeat and showing us getting on with everything and doing well, and it didn't really feel like it on that day, but that is just the honest account of how it went. Some days are not so good. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you understand.